Welcome to Ubuntu
Welcome
Sports
to Ubuntu Sports
Podcast.
Podcast. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is the 4th of April, 2026. The most challenging and demanding month for Arsenal Football Club. And we are ready for this month. We have just recovered from the loss against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final. Our quadruple dream has literally faded away and it's out of the picture now completely. But the treble is still on. I believe that we are going to win the treble. Just like I believe that we're going to win the quadruple. But unfortunately, you can't have it all. I've learned. So I will take the triple then if we cannot get the quadruple. We've got a very challenging few fixtures coming up this month. We've got Southampton tonight. We've got Sporting Lisbon on Tuesday, on the 7th. Then on the weekend, coming up next weekend, we've got Bournemouth. And then the following, during the week, we've got Sporting Lisbon again in the Champions League. And then we've got Manchester City at the Etihad. And that is going to be fun. I am very prepared for every single fixture we have to face this month. I believe that the boys do have what it takes to get us over the line. I believe that they've gone home, thought about the loss that they experienced against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final, and looked deep into themselves about really wanting to do this for themselves and for the fans, and making sure that we can go ahead and win the big competitions that are left in the season. I know that all the rival fans all around are watching and laughing at this video because they feel that you were going on about winning a quadruple, and here you are now, you now talking talks of winning a treble. A treble is still very much possible for Arsenal Football Club, and I believe that we can get it. It was unfortunate that we couldn't get that Carabao Cup title against Manchester City, and it's not the first time we lose a final against Manchester City. But I want to let you know and assure you that we are ready for any other game that we play against Manchester City now. And Manchester City must bring it. They must bring everything they've got because we are ready to demolish them. I don't want us winning the Premier League because Manchester City have got a point deduction for their 115 charges. I want us to win this season fairly, and for them to get, maybe they can have those points deducted in the next season, not this season. And then we go ahead and win fairly this season, and we go ahead and show the world who exactly Arsenal Football Club are. I do believe that we can go all the way in the Champions League. I do believe we can go all the way in the FA Cup, and I do believe we can go all the way in the Premier League. And we need to get behind the team as fans and make them believe that we believe, so that they can believe in themselves as well. We have no choice. We have to do this. Believe me that 2-0 against loss against City was tough to take in. It was extremely tough to take in. But we are back. We're only looking forward, and we're making sure that we have moved on and we're not hanging and holding on to anything that's happened in the past, because there's glory right in front of us. There's victory right in front of us, and there's celebrations and memories right in front of us, and we need to grab them. We need to grab them and make the most of them. So we need to make sure that we win all our remaining games. Make sure that we get behind the players, and the players believe in themselves, and they believe in the manager to help them get over the line as well. It's such an interesting part of the season because it's such a season-defining time and moment for the club. I believe that we can win the remaining games. I believe that we can win the remaining competitions. I really hope that the players do as well, but I think they do. I believe in the manager, and I don't want to get into talks right now about if the manager doesn't get us silverware this season, if we should still have him as a manager the next season. A lot of fans are very sensitive about that conversation, and maybe it's the conversation that shouldn't be had at this present time, because this is when we really need to get behind the team and push them to go all the way as we need them to. So that chat about the manager we'll have at the end of the season when we look at what we've won or what we haven't won. But for now, we get behind the team and we tell them that we believe in them, and they should believe in themselves as well, because they do have what it takes. We've seen them beat some of the best teams in the world, even though it was early stages of the Champions League, but they beat Bayern Munich, they beat Atletico Madrid. These are teams that are still in the quarterfinals in the Champions League. And I believe that we can beat them again if we have to face them again at any point. So let's get behind the boys. Let's make sure that we make them believe in themselves as much as we believe in them. The Premier League, yes, we are 9 points ahead of City. City have still a game at hand. City are starting to believe in themselves now, especially because they beat us in the final, in the Carabao Cup final. So they've got a little bit of fire behind them. But I also believe that we also have a bit of fire behind us. After the loss, we were not happy with that. And we know we're better than that. It's going to be very interesting to see what lineup the manager goes with against the Southampton team tonight, because we had almost 9 players that had to come back to the squad early and leave international duty because of injury concerns. And I'm not quite sure if those injury concerns were legit or if it was just the manager picking up his phone and having a chat to some of these managers that manage these teams, national teams, to be like, okay, Thomas, we've got a World Cup coming up soon, and we are a bit worried about our players recovering fully from some of these injury concerns. So please allow us to take them back right now and work on them, making sure that they are fit to finish the rest of the season for us. But not just that, to be ready for the World Cup and be fit to take on whichever teams they need to face for the World Cup as well. I think he's had that conversation with a lot of managers for these national teams. And I think these managers have agreed because they've realized that, look, we cannot afford to have these players injured for the World Cup. We need them. We need to make sure that these players are fully fit and can take on or are ready to jump on this new challenge, which is the World Cup for them. It's also a life-changing competition for some of these players. So we need to get back. We need to make sure that the managers are on board and they support what the club wants, because we will keep these players fit and ready for the World Cup, but also have them ready and fit to play the rest of the season fit and well. I believe that teams like us, like Arsenal and City, cannot afford any more injuries going towards the end of the season with what's at stake. But I also believe that it's written that this is Arsenal season. This is the season Arsenal wins the Premier League, wins the Champions League, wins the FA Cup. I truly believe that we have what it takes to go all the way. I am worried about some of these injuries. So my predictive starting 11 for tonight's game would be Ben White, who's been playing well at right back as well as for England, and glad to see him play for his country again, by the way. I think we should probably rest Saliba and Gabriel and have Mosquera come in, and then have Calafiori come in as well. And then at left back, we'll have Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's been also playing well for his country, but at under 21 level. In the midfield, I think we can go with Nordgaard, and also go with possibly Kai Havertz. I just don't like seeing Kai play in the midfield. I just don't think it brings out the best out of us. But anyway, Kai, and it would be nice to see Martin Odegaard back. If Martin Odegaard is fit enough to jump in, this would be a great time for him to jump in and prove that he's still worth playing for this team. We appreciate guys like him and Saka, although we know that this hasn't been their best season, but they've really given this team a lot and a lot of belief, and have taken it as far as we've come today. So we will always respect what guys like Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka have done for this club, even if they're not having their best season right now. But we know that this is the most important time of the season, right at the end, and this is where we need them to step up and show the fans that have lost belief in them, that they've still got it in them to take this club to where it belongs, greatness and being number one. So Nordgaard in the middle, Kai Havertz, as well as Martin Odegaard. There's a possibility that there's injury concerns for Noni Madueke as well as Bukayo Saka. I could go with Gabriel Jesus on the right then, if that's the case. Then on the left, there's concerns about Trossard being injured. I could go with Gabriel Martinelli then on the left. Then in the middle, there's only one man. And he has managed to get Sweden into the World Cup. He's literally made legend status for Sweden by helping them get to the World Cup. And that is Victor Gyökeres. Oh man, Victor Gyökeres. Everybody has been against this man's progress this season, saying that he's possibly not the right man to do the job for Arsenal. Arsenal don't suit his style of play, or he doesn't suit Arsenal's style of play. But quietly, he's been shutting down and shutting up all our doubters. All the people that have been doubting him as well. We've seen some goals. I've seen enough from him to know that he can reach world-class status, because some of them goals I've seen him put away have been, wow, amazing goals. But I know that he's still got so much more behind his locker that he can show the world and show what he's actually really made out of. So Victor, we need you also to step up in these last games of the season and show everybody why Arsenal Football Club bought you as their chosen number 9 striker. I do believe that you have what it takes to finish the season on a high and get the goals that we need to become victorious at the end of the season. So please fasten your laces and your boots, put on your boots, make sure that you get on that field and hit the ground running like a possessed man who's going to show and prove the world that he is a legend for this football club. And there's a reason why we bought you. So, Victor, we are waiting, my brother. We are waiting for you to show and prove all our doubters wrong and prove all the people that have been doubting you to being the chosen one for this club as a number 9. We need to shut all of them doubters up and show that we have what it takes to go all the way. I believe, and I believe that you can do it as well. We are almost there. We need to get through April on a high. We need to win every single game in April. We need to win every single game in April. I just don't see anything else that's going to help us but win every single game in April. We can't draw. We can't lose points. We need to win every single game in April. And we have what it takes. I believe we have what it takes. So we've got a few double game weeks coming up as well. That's going to be quite interesting. And what's going to determine those double game weeks is the results of the FA Cups that are going to take place this weekend. So I do believe that we will do what we need to do against Southampton. We will do what we need to do against Sporting Lisbon. We will do what we need to do against Bournemouth. And then we are going to the Etihad. And I hope they're ready for us because, oh man, we are angry and we want to release all that frustration and anger onto someone. And we're saving it for you, Manchester City. We're saving it for you. We're going to show you exactly what Arsenal Football Club is about. And we're going to show you what Mikel Arteta is all about. We need to do this. We have to do this. I don't see any, I just don't see any other way. I really don't. But good luck tonight, boys, against Southampton. We have to trust in the manager to put out the right starting 11. It's going to be a very interesting debate again about the goalkeeper he's going to go with. Is he going to go with Kepa or is he going to go with Raya? Because previously people feel that we lost that Carabao Cup final because of the keeper that he chose, which was Kepa. But if you remember what Mikel said in the conference, in the press conference, is that if he had a chance to play that that final again, he would choose Kepa again. So I love what the manager does in terms of installing belief in these players and making sure that they understand that when they are chosen and they are put out there on the starting 11 and get out there on the field, they were chosen because the manager believes in them to do the job and believes that they are capable of doing the job. And we as fans also need to get behind that and believe that when the manager chooses a starting 11, he believes that those players are capable of getting the job done. And we need to get behind that and believe that the players are capable of getting the job done. It's not an easy job. Nobody said that it would be a cruise in the park either, but we believe in whatever decision the manager comes up with, and we believe that the players are capable of whatever the manager believes they're capable of. At the end of the season, should we not have any silverware, only then can we have a discussion about is the manager the right man for the job or not. But until the end of the season, we have to get behind the manager, we have to get behind the players, we have to get behind the club and believe that they know what they're doing and they're going to take us to glory. So good luck to the boys tonight against Southampton. Good luck to the boys against Sporting Lisbon on Tuesday. And come on, you Gunners. Let's do this. We've got this.